welcome back and thanks again for joining me for another video. Hope you're enjoying them so far. I enjoy making them. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. It'll make sure that you don't miss any new videos that come out. I'm trying to do these daily or as often as I can right now. But also subscribe because, help a guy out. Today we're looking at a little Jinjer, and no, I don't mean 2-year-old version of myself. Shout out mom, shout out genetics, shout out red hair, and then shout out the sun for course correcting. We're talking about these guys. Now, I did a bit of research because I wasn't too familiar with them, but they are essentially a 4-piece metal outfit from Ukraine. Started 2009, and then they had another female lead vocalist who was replaced in 2010 by the current one, whose name is Tatiana, and I'm not even going to attempt the last name or any of their last names because I don't have the verbal gymnastics to get through that kind of procedure. But yeah, we're going to be looking into their video. I know they've got about, I think, 4 full-length albums, a couple of EPs. I've seen clips of like them at big festivals, and I know she's got like a crazy scream on her, but I haven't really seen that much, to be honest with you. And I see this song Pisces getting a lot of attention. It was recorded at Napalm Records. It says live session. I hope it is a true live session because some of them get like touched up a little bit too much, but yeah, really interested to see what they've got, so let's jump in. Nice and clean. What I like that he's doing, the drummer particularly, is he's kind of doing this, almost feels like a jazzy repetition. He's doing these rolls, and he's doing like a lot of different snare work, and it's so controlled. You can tell already these guys are going to put on showcase in terms of instrumentation. They look very comfortable doing what they're doing, but it's nice to see drums playing a more lead function in parts like verses and choruses without it having to be like a drum solo or a bunch of rolls and frills and that kind of thing. So that's very cool. Really soft, controlled voice. There's a cool key change. That's another cool thing. When you listen to a song, you just take in all of the instruments and everything, and the only thing that you really separate out, unless there's a solo moment, is the vocals, right? And you hear everything. But the minute they visualize on something, whether it be the guitarist, the drummer, the bassist, in this case the bassist, then your ear starts to pull that out. It's amazing how you can do that. So I'm going to go back a little where they just showed the bassist and how he's tapping and holding those notes, and it's really cool the way he's doing that. It's to take the harshness out of like kind of like finger picking, or God forbid a plectrum, never do that. But the minute they show you him on the screen, your ear starts picking up a lot of the smaller details of what he's doing, and it's very cool. There you go. It's pretty chilled. It's like dreamy, nice. Definitely live, obviously. Damn, this girl's got some demons in her. That was intense. I knew she could scream, but I didn't expect the song to take that kind of turn. Thinking back, probably should have guessed, but that's intense. Her vocals are incredible. That sounds like as good a scream in a metal band as you're going to find. Also, something else that they're doing that's really cool is their time signature. It's not your standard 4/4 time signature. They've got like this delay to it, but it feels comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're listening to some acid jazz or anything. And they've got these runs that they're putting in the back of, I would assume this is the chorus, but they've got those da na 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 da na 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 na. And again, there's a lot of bands that do that for the sake of doing it, where it just feels like it's trying to show off or trying to prove a point in terms of how good the musicians are. So like early Protest the Hero stuff, they used to do a lot of that, where it was impressive, but it was unnecessary. This is not that. This is a band that, I don't know if they all came from the same womb, but they are super tight and connected. They you can see they know exactly what they're doing, and they're super comfortable doing it. Because her vocals are the showcase as well, they're allowed to get away with doing more intricate stuff, I think, in the background without it seeming like it's trying too hard or feeling forced. So that's astonishing, by the way, that she can even just switch like that. I gotta go back because that was insane. It looks like it's been dubbed, like his voice shouldn't come from her. Hitting us with a Pan's Labyrinth. Also, there's lots of debates, and now we're going back to, wow. That's nice. That means that what they did earlier wasn't just a deceptive intro. It's actually their ongoing verse, which is really cool. There's a lot. I'm a guitarist. I've been, done a fair share of recording in my time. One thing I can tell you is there's a lot of discussion and debate around how bands try and capture their live distortion or their live overdrive that they use in studio. These guys have like more what I call like a fuzz. So it's like a true distortion. It's got overdrive, of course, probably got a lot of effects and filters on, but there's got like a fuzz to it, which fills it up a little bit more, and then you don't have to start layering guitars and creating walls unnecessarily. And there's only 4 of them, so that would be one guitarist. So I think that becomes even more important when you do have just the one guitarist. She's got a pretty good clean voice too. Like it's nice. It's really nice to listen to. I know the scream is the thing people focus on, but it's. There's 2 vocals there. Well, it sounds like there's 2 vocals there. There you go. There's definitely layered vocals there. So that was my comments around it being live. Sometimes it's a live recording, but they layer it, or they take different takes and pieces together. There's nothing wrong with that, but unless I'm going crazy and that she's got 2 voices coming straight out of her, but it's still super impressive. This is insane. It's surreal. I love this drummer. It's so unorthodox for what you'd expect, like your standard metal to be, because he's doing things that are quick and he's doing things that are impressive, but the nature of the song is quite slow. This is the bridge, obviously. I don't know a lot of what she's saying, so I'm not familiar with what the song's about. It's called Pisces. I don't know anything about star signs. Don't care for them. So I'll probably after this go and have a look at what the song's about, because it's obviously difficult to pick up on her vocals, but the melodies of what she's doing is really cool. Super jazzy. How loose his strings are. Well, I wonder what his tuning is for that. Nice. Oh, she's got some power in the clean voice too. Nice. Yeah, now this is just where it's going crazy, and they're just running. They're just doing these runs and runs and runs. But I think because they built it up properly, and they were doing those little bits in the verses, and then the more lead pieces in the chorus, if you will. Now it doesn't feel forced, and it's kind of like this is the moment to do that. So she's going a bit wild with the vocals. They're doing the runs. The drummer's keeping the kind of glue. He's the glue. He's keeping it all together. So another one with a bit of showing off like that when you built it up properly and it fits the song. I like that. It's what's really cool about that is the ending is just like blunt. I like when that happens. I'm not a big fan of like tail offs or like long fades on stuff like that. The song started so peacefully and it just became chaos in the end, which is it was really awesome. I like that. Look, I'll be honest with you. Am I going to listen to this every day? No, absolutely not, because it makes me nervous. But very cool song. I think this is probably the perfect first one for me to look at. I need to go and watch true live performances. I've seen there are some videos online, so I'll find them, but I need to find true live performances, because I'd love to see if that tightness and the and more the vocal, how that comes out when it's kind of live in an open air environment. It's going to be really interesting. But great song to start with. Whether or not you like what she's doing, whether you think it's gimmicky or not, she is doing something that's extraordinarily impressive and a lot of people can't do. So that's it's remarkable. The band is super tight, and I think I kind of feel for the musicians always when you've got such a dynamic lead singer, is that sometimes the what they're doing gets lost or not appreciated as much as it should be, because the focus is always on the singer. I think musicians will always pick up a lot of what I'm saying anyway, but remarkable. Great first band. Insane. I need to go to church after that one. But appreciate you watching again. If you got any more recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I know some of you have been commenting on previous videos and letting me know what you'd like me to react to, so I do appreciate the love on those. And yeah, give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Either way, glad you're here. Have a good day.